Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another process video for the March Build-A-Page series. So today we are going to be putting together this page kit and scrapbooking pictures from 2008, and these were pictures of my kids and my nephews and I think my niece. Yep, this was on Grandfather's Day back in 2008. And I can't believe I don't have these in my album already, so it's about high time we get them in there. So for today, we have these papers here, and I think I need to pick two papers that I want for the base. And I think we're going to go ahead and go with these orange ones. And let's see what we can do. Now I'm looking at this piece of paper and I'm thinking I want to do something that I used to do before, which was to like fussy cut along with the flowers to make a fun border and use these up. So let me just go ahead and I'm just going to follow this edge here and see what we can come up with for our base. And all I'm doing is finding within the design an element that runs the distance across the page that I can follow, that I can use to create my border. So here it's got these like little dashed lines and then these florals. See how this goes ahead and looks. This used to be something I used to do more often, especially when I was making two-page spreads. It was a way of spreading the paper across 2 pages, but also giving it a unique shape, so you weren't having all those straight lines like you normally did if you did your with your cutter. So here I'm going to have the curve of the design and then the florals coming out, which will help to create interest and just make it something that's unique. And almost done with this one. I'm just going to rough cut it real quick. That way I'm not dealing with the whole thing. So hopefully you guys are enjoying your March. And I know that we are having some unseasonably warm weather right now here in Illinois, which I am thoroughly enjoying. Yesterday was in the mid-60s Fahrenheit. And today is going to be in the low 70s Fahrenheit. And so it's great, especially with watching the grandkids. They're able to get out on those bikes and really have a lot of fun and not have to be in the house. And we're not expecting any rain today, which is also great. Yesterday, it was rather windy. I think that was because the warm weather was blowing in. So it made bike riding a little challenging, but they were out there the whole evening while they were at our house, which is great. They were only in the house long enough to eat. So here we have our one edge, and like I said, we will go ahead and have that one go to here, and just adds a little bit of a difference to it. And the reason I'm putting it in this corner here is there is the Close to My Heart logo in the corner, and I'm just covering that up like that. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side, and then we'll run that on the other half of the page. And they may not like butt up exactly together, and that's okay. Again, they're going in a D-ring binder, and so if they're not going to be like right side by side as far as like butting up, so for someone to compare it. Now this is thinner paper, and I do have black cardstock on here. So if I feel that it's too loose and not stiff enough for the album, I may go ahead and throw it on a piece of paper. And so I can throw it on that black cardstock, or I can go into an older paper pad and look for 2 pieces of paper that are not my favorites. And then I can use those to back it, and it will just beef it up instead of this thinner paper. And almost done. Now the other pieces that I'm not going to have in here, there's going to be a strip of florals. I could actually fussy cut those as well and add them in if necessary as additional embellishments. And then you're getting the whole use out of your paper, and then again just tying everything together. So I don't know if I'm going to have these on each side, or if I'm going to go ahead and have them run across. I'm going to look and see the direction of the pictures, and then that will help me dictate how I want these borders to go, whether I want them to go vertical or horizontal. All right. All right. So right now I have 2 options. I can go either like this, and again, they're not going to be exact. Or I can go like this, or I can turn them and go this way, which I'm kind of leaning towards. All right, now let's go ahead and look and see what I have for pictures. We definitely want grandparents on there. So that picture. So here we have my kids and my nephew with my dad, and my niece and my nephew with my mom. And then we have candid photos of all the kids around the house. And then I have these of my nephew with my older nephew's Cub Scout uniform on. So these I think I'm going to hold off on. I can make another page with them. And then we have pictures of everyone sitting around. And then we have pictures of them with the food. So I don't need all the food pictures. One I think is going to be good enough. And so I'm thinking like this one of my mom serving up the ice cream to the kids will be good. And then since this is my brother-in-law and my sister and her husband, it's not really the grandkids. And so I think I want to stick with mainly the grandkids since it's Grandparents' Day. Not that I don't love the rest of them, but I think we'll be okay. Now, I could run it up the middle, but what I think I'm going to do then is take this paper and let's see if we can fussy cut or put a strip that matches to the center on each side. I think. I want to do that, or do I want to go actually what I might do instead, I think I'm going to go with this, and I am going to just give it a small border on each side. Is there enough? No, I need to, dang it. I wasn't thinking. I was thinking I needed to mat that, and I really don't, because no one's going to see underneath it. So let me go ahead. I'm going to run a strip of each of these. This paper's so thin it doesn't even want it to roll. All right, now I'm just going to go ahead and stack these. And then I'm going to put actually another strip on the other side. This one here. Okay, and we got a little bit extra at the top, and that's okay. I'll trim that off using my trimmer. But first we'll get the other side going. And I am dropping everything all over. Oh, wrong one. Anytime I'm trying to fit one of these under, oh my goodness, I'm having trouble today, people. It's been a long day. Just got done with work. I'm trying to rush to get the kids picked up, and I'm dropping everything. So anyway, so I was going to say is a lot of times I will glue just the one side down and then get my other piece on here where I want it. And then once I know I have this where I want it, Then I'll glue the other side down. And we're all good. All right. Now, I don't think I'm going to need any of these papers. So we're going to stick these to the side for now. And we're just going to deal with these here. And that's going to be the gist of the layout. Now, I do have all these that we took out. So I have Grateful and Blessed. I think we were looking at, and Choose Happy. We have a Floral. And then we do have this that I'm going to use for my journaling. And I think we're going to use the All Life is Good. And with here. And these are some older, thicker, so it'd be nice to be able to get these done and onto a layout. I think these were Amy Tan. And I'm not pushing them down real hard yet, so I have the ability to move them around to make sure I have my ascenders and my descenders kind of tucked in. All right. And we'll get our, dot our I's. And then we do have this arrow that points over to everybody. And I think we'll use that as well. And then we have this tag where I can do my journaling and talk about it being Mother's Day or Grandparents' Day. And then I want to get, I think, some of these 49 and Market on here. This is Countryside Laser Cut Wildflowers. And that's just going to pull in a little bit more of the florals. And so I think, like, I have this big cluster here. I think I'm going to run that up this side here. Kind of blends in with those other florals. I'm going to see if I can put something behind it. Like we have this here, this green tag. And I think I'm going to fussy cut this out and see if I can put that right here. And this would give it even a bigger place to journal about it being Grandparents' Day. Yeah, I like that better. Brings in the colors. The florals don't get lost. I'm going to have more room to journal. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. I love 49 in Market because of, well, number one, I love their designs. And I do love the fact that their packaging is very useful. And you can use, there's no waste, and which is great. And then the other thing I want to cut out, I think, is this tag here. For the Papa Yellow, because we have that green Grateful and Blessed, and I think what I'm going to do is see if I can pop that on top of this tag, and that way it stands up against the green. So if we have that on here, we have the floral. We'll glue that down in a moment. And then we'll grab this Grateful and Blessed, which is part of Simple Stories. And now that kind of stands up and it doesn't get lost on the page. And we'll glue this down. When I'm doing these Simple Story or these laser cut, I'm usually just like gluing in the center of like the leaves. I'm not worrying about like the stems and everything. I just want the leaves and everything to kind of stick down, and that holds it all in place like that. All right, happy with that side. Now I need a little bit of floral over here. And we have another kind of a cluster with similar flowers that's smaller. And I can move the here over a little bit. Let's go ahead and glue that down. And I'm trying not to cover up my mom because she's an important part of the story. So we don't want her or anybody covered up. And there we go. So those florals go in. And now I think I'm just going to spread some butterflies on here, and then we can call this one done. So we have these little yellow butterflies, which will be a nice, sweet addition to it. Let's see. And we have some more we can put on the other side. All right. And then we do have this word that says, remember. Maybe I'll just put that on here since we're going to have so much journaling over there. And then we can add a heart. Where do I want a heart? Yeah, I'm not going to put the heart on because I think it's just going to blend in. I think I'm going to leave it alone. I'm happy with how it looks. And we're going to call this one done. And like I said, now I do have leftovers that I could go back and continue to scrapbook these last couple of pictures along with it, so that they all coordinate when they're in the album. So I may come back at the end and do, you know, one more layout using the leftover supplies I had. All right, I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by. Sorry about banging around and whatever. Still getting over my cold and dealing with the kids, and yeah, it's been fun. Anyway, you all have a great day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you again real soon on my channel for another process video. Stay scrapping. Bye-bye.